explaining to us exactly how these strikes took place hours ago. What started it off? US's Operation Epic Fury and Israel's Operation Roar of the Lion. That's what's triggered what you see right after that, this entire effect of every country in the Middle East seeing explosions of one kind or the other. I'll also highlight for all of our viewers watching this broadcast, anyone looking to travel internationally, do check on your flight status, because across the Middle East now, most countries have closed off their airspace. I can confirm for you that, the likes of Kuwait, Qatar have already closed off their airspace. Of course, Iraq, Iran, Israel, they've also temporarily closed off their airspace. So international flights, if you've got one planned for the next 24 hours or perhaps longer, there could be a challenge in that particular schedule. We already have learned of an Air India flight having returned midway after having taken off from Delhi for Tel Aviv. So just a quick alert there on also flight ops being hit as a result of what we're seeing right now. Most countries in the Middle East, looking at the barrage of missiles flying in and out, have closed off their airspace as a precautionary measure. As we get in more footage, I'm going to keep alerting you on exactly what we're seeing on our screens. That was brief glimpse really of an Israeli jet, but we'll get you that footage in greater detail. We're also continuing to focus on the impact of the initial strikes. Like I said, Operation Epic Fury launched by America, Operation Roar of the Lion launched by Israel. All focused on targeting Iran, led to multiple explosions in Tehran. And so what you see on your screens is also the impact of those explosions. We still don't know at this point about casualties, but Israel did highlight that all of their strikes were focused on targeting Iranian government establishments. And as we tell you all of those updates that are coming in, Iran has very clearly sent out a message saying they're not going to hold back. They will be attacking every single US base in the Middle East within their reach. Where their missiles can get, they will go ahead and target those bases. Okay, presumably that's footage of Israeli jets in the skies just as they launched their operation and their strikes against Iran, but I'll get that confirmed for you. I'll also bring in on this broadcast Lieutenant General KGS Dhillon, defense expert. General Dhillon, what we're seeing is unprecedented, but this was something that many warned was bound to happen, General Dhillon, that a conflict between Iran, Israel and US wouldn't be limited to just that. It would spread. Footage coming in now from Abu Dhabi, if I'm not wrong, also of explosions.
Good evening, Akshita, and good evening to the fellow panelists and all our viewers. Good afternoon, sorry. See, this was imminent. This was to happen because USA tried their best to undertake a regime change in Iran by initiating or supporting an internal uprising, so to say. When that did not succeed, and USA somehow or the other wanted the present regime in Iran to go. And Israel was already engaging with Iran in various war efforts. And if you remember, if the viewers remember, Americans had also targeted the nuclear assets last time. So this attack by Israel or by USA through Israel to start with on Iran is a continuation of that. And the statement that we are targeting only the government offices is definitely a statement to say that we only want the regime change and we are not against the Iranian population. Israel is calling it preemptive or preventive. And as you are bringing out in your bulletin also, Iran's reaction on Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, the US assets in those areas is trying to bring in USA into the battle. So it's a thing which is happening there. And there are going to be long-term and short-term impacts of this. We can discuss them as we go along.
Absolutely. I mean, just the impact of what we're seeing right now. In a matter of hours, this has spread so fast because Iran has made it clear we're not going to sit back and allow these kind of strikes to repeatedly take place. Iran has said very clearly that every US base within our reach will now be targeted, and that's exactly what they've done. The Iranian Foreign Minister, Araghchi, speaking to India Today just a couple of days ago, said that yes, we're all for peace, we're open to dialogue, but if there's escalation from Trump, if there's escalation from Netanyahu, we will not hesitate to hit back. The consequence of the two operations launched by US and Israel today is currently on your screens as well. As we get you all the latest updates, also we can confirm for you that in Abu Dhabi there's been an explosion that's taken place in which one person has been killed. The UAE intercepted an Iranian missile, but in most of these cases, what happens then is that while the missile is intercepted, it also falls into some of the civilian settlements, which is why in the case of Abu Dhabi, we've seen one casualty being reported as well. Now, what's also been confirmed right now, and statements coming in from Israel saying we will hit back for every attempt by Iran to hit out at us. Right now, the Israeli defensive system is taking on the load of